Hello, scale modelers. Alrighty, and this week we have issue 80 of the Build Your Own Star Wars X-Wing. Alright, and oh hey look, they got it right once again. Okay, build the X-Wing, assembling the Hyperdrive jets. Alright, so judging by the amount of parts we have in the bag for this month, this should be a pretty quick build. Alright, so Hyperdrive jets. The cluster of 8 conical Hyperdrive jets is accessible below a rectangular plate in the cluster of machinery on top of the rear fuselage. The narrow tip of each cone is connected to pipework leading to the rest of the hyperdrive. Oh god, does that mean that we're going to end up having more pipework? Oh man! At least not in this issue, we're not. Hopefully it won't be horribly bad like the pipework that we all experienced building the engines. Alright. So, we got some framework that we are not using this time around, and then we got some parts on sprues. Alright, so I am going to open this baggie, and yes, I am not using a sprue cutter again, because my son has basically confiscated them for his Star Trek plastic models. And because last time we went to our local hobby shop, he ended up getting 4 of them. And he is taking his time with them. So, always a good thing. So, this time, I'm going to put these into the drawer, and I am going to remember that they are there this time. With any luck. Alright, I did read that. Okay, so Hyperdrive jets. The molded plastic parts provided are the next components to be added onto the X-Wing's Hyperdrive assembly. You will also have 6 more die-cast metal frames to extend the fuselage. These will be fitted at a later stage. Alright, and we have our 2 sprues right there, and then we have the Hyperdrive jet end plates. And there's 2 of those, and we got both of those right there. Alright, assembling the Hyperdrive jets. The jet arrays are replicated on the left and right on the Hyperdrive, but all the components are identical, so it doesn't matter which side they go on. All the parts are a simple push fit. Alright, so step 1. Take the Hyperdrive jet mounts from stage 79, and the molded plastic components provided with this issue, which I got those right there. Which, left and right. Okay, so step 2. Clip all the parts of the Hyperdrive jets off the sprues, trimming the ends so off flush as seen in the next step. Okay, well, seeing as these people are not even using sprue cutters in the images themselves, I guess I have upper hand on that. So, I don't need much trimming. Like them, they look like they're using a regular set of pliers. At least these are actually nippers. These are more like metal nippers or, well, hobby nippers. For, you know, like small pieces of metal tubing. Which I can get rid of that sprue, or, you know, you can even do a little bit of wire work with that, electrical wire, like little hobby electrical wire, obviously not for stripping, just to snip stuff off of the end, you know, like after you get done soldering something, which these do work pretty good, and these are actually made out of steel and not aluminum. So these actually have lasted me quite a number of years. I did have a pair of what was considered to be hobby sprue cutters. and hobby snippers like these. I actually got them from, you know, a hobby store. They're made out of aluminum, and yeah, I mean, after just like one model, I had like indents all throughout both sides, and I was like, that's it, I am never getting, you know, aluminum made ones ever again. So I went to my local Lowe's and I got sprue cutter, so an actual sprue cutter made out of, you know, regular like steel, and then a pair of snippers out of regular steel, and worked perfect ever since. So that's just what I use. Alright, step 3. Match up one of the pairs of jets that have locating pins projecting from the flat side with a pair that have holes on this side. Okay, so we're just going to skip ahead, and seeing as this is obviously really easy, I'm just going to match them up and take care of business. Well, hopefully, you know, I can actually use my X-Acto to actually trim that flat once these are all together, which is fine, because these things aren't flat, so it's always going to leave a little bit of material at the end. But I don't know if this is, when this is going on, if it's going to end up sitting flat or not. And I want it to sit flat, so seeing as I have this, I don't know, titanium coated or an actual titanium X-Acto blade there, we'll actually cut that off nice and perfectly for me. So that's what I'm going to do. And yes, I know I said do's. Force of habit. Don't usually say it on the when I'm recording though. So yeah, that is what I do. Nice and flush. Okay. So that takes us. Okay, so far just the instructions for the first one takes us up to step 6, and then step 7 is repeat to make another pair of jets. Okay, so step 8, take either of the jet mount assemblies and fit a pair of jets onto 2 of the pins. Okay, so this is going to be going up and down. Okay, so push it on like that. And it did seem like it was a little bit loose. And step 9 was take another one and push that on. Okay, and why does that not want to seem to go on? Ah, okay, because there's a flat side, and I was trying to push the rounded side onto it. Okay, and there we go for that one. And then we just take step 11, take this end plate, and we push the pins into the 4 holes, just like that. And apparently that's where we're going to have 4 pipes going to it. Obviously, not for this month. And then step 13, so it looks like this. And then step 14 is repeat with the other one. And then we put that end on like that, and then whoop, there's going to be where the other 4 pipes are going to go. So they should now both look like this. Oh, here, let's put it up. Okay, right, left, there we go. Okay, and that completes the stage. Keep the frames and the jet assembly safely until it is time to fit them. Okay, so those are going to go into the box of tricks. And then we are done for this month. So I'm guessing that must mean that for month 21, which now we only have month 21, 22, 23, and 24, we only have 4 build months left. And unfortunately, hopefully by the time you're watching this, I will actually have my new computer chip and new remote, and have been able to test it and actually show a video of it testing. So this issue 80 might be completely absent, because I was going to actually show that, or maybe I actually get it by the time, because it was only supposed to take 3 weeks from Great Britain, from UK. Okay, so it has already been a month, and I know things are a little bit behind. So whether I get that video of me plugging everything back in and testing it before or after you see this video, that's what is going on. Okay. Alright, so we're going to the front of the magazine, and coming in issue 81, B-Wing Fighters and their pilots. And then we have Gina Moonsong, Rebel B-Wing pilot. Ooh, let's find out if this is going to be a correct Starfighter Aces, or if it's going to be somebody else, like they've done 3 or 4 times so far. Alright, and assembling the framework plus extending the hyperdrive system. Alright. Alright, so until issue 81 for month 21 of the Build Your Own Star Wars X-Wing, or until the next Build Your Own R2-D2. As always, thanks for watching Brian's Builds.